hot. I have been decorating for summer and I think I have everything pretty much done. All that I'm going to use. I've decorated the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, a little bit down the hall, and my laundry room. And I have literally just sprinkled in little bits of summer decor into my everyday decor, with the exception of the mantle. I've completely redone it, used most of what I already had up there, but incorporated just a few other pieces. So I'm going to show you what I've done, and maybe it'll give you some ideas if you haven't quite started your summer decorating. Maybe it'll give you some ideas on some things you want to do. So I guess I'll start in the dining room, and then we'll just make our way to the kitchen. That's what we'll do. For my dining room, what I did was, when I got into my summer stuff, I realized I had this little, I don't know if it's like a little throw, a little shawl, a little scarf, I'm not sure. But I loved having my other one on my table last year, but I've used it somewhere else. So I said, let me try this, because I really wasn't liking the fabric I got from Goodwill that I first put there. So I've done this and I really like this. It's just enough. And then over here, I do have to get a little frame for this card because I love it, but I want to get a real thin, skinny little frame so I can set it right there. And I've tried to like do my blue and whites and red and whites with my everyday pieces. And that's what I've done to my shelf. And I just literally added a flag up there. Those little flags, you can just stick them places and they just add just that little bit of touch of summer decor if you like to decorate with the red, white, and the blue, if you're here in the States. And then down here, I added that red and white check napkin, a little flag, and I flipped that jug over, because when it's not summer or whatever, I have the other side showing, but in the summer, I like to have the blue showing. So I've done that. And over here, what I've done is I literally just added that little cross that I DIY'd a couple years ago. I just put it right there, and then my blue and white platter, y'all seen it. And that's really all I've done there. I didn't do anything up there. I tried to put a flag up there, but it kept wanting to go in front of the little praying grandma, and I just like, nah, we're not doing that. So that's what I've done there. As far as my kitchen, up top, I added one of those little, that's a little metal flag from Hobby Lobby I've had for years. And I stuck that in my little enamel tin teapot. And then on my cabinets, I brought out my mug that Delaney got me a few years ago. It says, God Bless America. I love that. I thrifted this piece, and I've set it here. It's not quite tall enough. I may get James to give me a piece of wood and attach it to the wood to make it tall enough to cover that. And then this is that little scrap. I just kind of put it there, and that's a little flag that I had on my wreath that I've redone. I added a flag there, and then that stays all year, but how perfect is that? And then these are my thrifted towels. Now, y'all, this is just for video purposes. There's no way it's going to stay like that. But I thought they were cute. I would love for them to, but you know, we live here. My America the Beautiful, I love that right there. And then I've stuck a little flag there. And then this is a plate I thrifted. It's Mount Vernon, George Washington's home. And I stuck it there. And then I have that little star. And then I layered this blue and white star towel under this because I love this and I love the red in it. And I just have a little bit of that showing. And I thought that played well off of my little ironstone plate, the red, white, and the blue, just little bits and pieces. And another thrifted towel. And that's all I've done in my kitchen. My kitchen kind of has the red and the whites anyway, like that stays up there all year. And I didn't really do anything else up here. Now I will show you the living room, my bar top, my mantle. I love my mantle this year. Love it so much. It's better than I envisioned, so I cannot wait to show y'all. But let me show you the bar real quick. For my bar, now when those lilies get through doing their thing, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to get some more of those little flags and just put those little flags in that little tea pitcher, water pitcher, whatever you want to call it. These are my little America the Beautiful and God Bless the USA. Got those from Hobby Lobby a few years ago, and that bell. And I've just kind of done that like that, and that's all I've done to my bar. Now, for my living room, that is a thrifted pillow. I like that little bit of blue and white with the red chair, red, white, and blue. This is a DIY I did a couple years ago. It was a Hobby Lobby inspired DIY. I fit that there. I've just put some little flags in that little teapot. And then I have something that's coming that's going to go there. Sarah and them got my Mother's Day gift and they didn't get it in time. And so she sent me a picture of it, and it's going to go perfect in my summer decor, and it's gonna go there. So that's why that spot's there. The other bookcase, of course I have my red and white, love. And then I have another one of those platters. It's George Washington crossing the Delaware, and I just have all those bells that are just kind of there. So that's all I've done to that bookcase. But this is the star of the show, my mantle. And y'all, so much of this is thrifted. I'm gonna kind of go through and tell you what I've done, and then I'll give you a closer look. But this is the scarf. This is actually a scarf that I had on my dining table last year, and I decided to use it on my mantle this year, and I love it so much. That was my inspiration for this mantle. And then I didn't want to like change up the way I had it too much, because I really liked the way I had it for spring, like every day. So I've kind of just incorporated the summer red, white, and blue into it. So let's start over here. That's one of my platters. I have two of them. So I pulled that one out of my secretary in the hallway, and I'm going to use it here because it just needed some color there. And it also hides the cords that I have behind the crate for all the lights. And then I have a mirror back there just for some reflective qualities. The books are the same that's been there. A garden ball. I have that Hobby Lobby garland that I had for spring up there, but I've also incorporated some, you see this? This is some honeysuckle. This was a garland that I got years ago, I think from At Home. So I just cut it up, and I've just kind of added it here and there. Like I added it on that crate because honeysuckle just kind of takes over and goes wild. And I love that. So I just kind of put it a little bit here and there, scattered it. The little ball, it's like concrete ball, just a decorative piece. But I've propped this candle holder up on it to look like a bugle. Well, it looks like a bugle. So I put that there. These are some thrifted frames, and I just went on Pinterest and found some vintage prints and just printed them off. In fact, this is just bits and pieces of prints because I just kind of picked out what I wanted of the actual print. So I've done that. I already had the candle holder there, and then this is the other platter that I have, and it's the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And I've just scattered in some daisies, some hydrangeas, some little blue flowers, and you'll see the little pops of strawberries here and there just to incorporate more of the red, white, and the blue. My bell I thrifted, my candle snuffer I thrifted. Those are my candles. And then my chickens I thrifted, my ironstone platters behind it, and then this is a tea towel from Hobby Lobby. And it's that vintage colored one, like that tea stained one. And I just kind of put it over there just to kind of add some more of the red, white, and blue. And then more of the flowers. Just looking like it's in the wild. But that is my mantle this year, y'all. And I am so in love with it. And then, of course, I have my screensaver set to Memorial Day. But that's what I've done there. And now let me show you behind me. So behind me, y'all, every one of those pillows are thrifted. Every one of them. And I love them. So I thrifted this picture, and somebody had painted the watermelon on it, and I wasn't mad. So I just pulled it out for summer, and I just made this little arrangement with some pieces that I had. Have some more of that honeysuckle. I kind of need to fluff it up a little bit. One of those little metal flags from Hobby Lobby. And then this is a DIY I did. It's when I had my silhouette, and I just took one of those dies, filled in all the spots, then painted it, antiqued it, and then put my little different sayings on it. America, stripes and stars and stripes, God and country, land that I love, home sweet home, and then I just put some scrapbook paper on the bottom. And I just think it's a cute little piece. I really like it. And I just bring it out and set it there. I would love to find me a book, something to do with America or the flag or something to put there for right now, but you know, flowers are always in style too. And then above my couch, I just have that little star. That's a Dollar Tree star that I just glued some jute twine around the outer corners of it. Just stuck it there, and another one of those little metal flags. And then of course my beautiful thrifted summer picture. And on the recliner is my beautiful throw that I've had for a couple years now. I ordered this off of Amazon. I love it, and we always like having a throw, so that's perfect for that. And that is my living room. So I'm going to show you what I've done in my laundry room. First, I'll show you what I've done in the hallway. All I've done in the hall, I added a flag, I have, this is that fabric I thrifted. I just kind of laid it over the quilt I had there and my flag. And that's all I've done. I don't know that I like this. This may change, but for now, that's how it is. And then a flag. And that's literally all I've done in my hallway, but I think it's enough. I didn't change my wreath because I think it's fine. So that's what I've done in my hallway. So now into my laundry room. Now I love my laundry room. I've said it so many times. This is my favorite room we've ever made over. But what I've done here is this is a little DIY sign that I made a couple years ago. I just stuck that there. Another little DIY sign I made. I did take the eggs out of the bird nest and just left it there like, you know, it had been used because I really liked the way that looked. I did replace this frame, this picture with a more summery picture. Again, found it on Pinterest, printed it out. A little bit of daisies right there. And then up top, that is a charger back there from Hobby Lobby. I have a little grapevine wreath. I don't know if you can see it, just for a little added texture. And then those little flags. That's all I did. And then over here, this was just a little heart that I had. I just kind of stuck it up there. But that is all I've done in my laundry room. Let me pan out. And that is probably all I'm going to do. And then I do have this cute little towel kind of hanging over the edge here for a little bit of something. But yeah, that's my laundry room and I love it. I've also added a little bit more to my front porch. I'll go out there and show you what I've done. And I'm not doing anything to the back porch. I'm leaving it as is because I love the birds. I love the green rug. So I'm leaving that as is, but I will show you what I've added to the front porch and what it's looking like. But there's one item that I've got to fix this evening when James gets home, and then I will show you what it looks like at night. Okay, I do have to blow off the porch, so we're just gonna act like that's not dirty right there. And we do need a pressure wash too, but I've added my flags. I fixed my mailbox. I've got a light bulb I'm gonna put in here, but this cord, it needs a plug at the end. So I'm gonna do that, and then that'll light up over here. I just made this wreath from my old wreath last year that I've had up here for many years. I just stuck it in this wreath. None of it is secured, like glued down or anything, and I'm debating whether to make a bow for it or not. I don't know, but I just kind of stuck what I had in there, and I like it. I think it's pretty. And then over here, all I've done is I've added this America sign that I made a few years ago and kind of rearranged my lanterns. Oops, sorry. And that's what that's looking like. So let me step out here so y'all can see. Got the flag flying. And then that's what it looks like. I think it's gonna be really pretty when this lights up at night. I think I'm gonna put like one of those silicone bulbs in it. And then I have those that look like flames over there. And yeah, so that's all I've done, but I gotta get out here and blow it off. And we really need a pressure wash, but you know, we just haven't got to that yet. Our to-do list keeps growing. Y'all, that is it. That is all the decorating I'm going to do for summer. And this will stay up till it'll be time to transform it for fall. But I love everything. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just incorporate pieces into my everyday decor and not like totally change out every single piece, because that gets old, that gets tiring, and that gets expensive. But if I can use what I have and incorporate it into my everyday decor and maybe use it in different places each year, like I've done this year, then, you know, gets those wheels turning and makes you just be creative and think outside the box. So I hope that this has inspired you and given you some ideas. And look at all this. Oh, Lord. Sorry. But that is all I have for y'all today. It feels so good to have this done. And it's up and ready for Memorial Day. And yeah, so I'm pretty much done decorating the house for summer. So, I mean, there's a few things, like I want to see about James putting that piece on a board for me. But, you know, as far as like going out and buying decor and totally redecorating the spot, not happening. So, that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.